Hello, everyone, and welcome to the PMO Podcast, where we explore what project management really looks like beyond the textbooks. I'm Mayank Rawat, and I'm joined by my team. We are all students from Project Management for Business Development, PMBD program, MSc at SKEMA Business School, Lille campus. This podcast is part of our student project for Project Practice Portfolio course, where we aim to connect what we learn in the class with real world insights. So, joining today are my teammates. We have Nicole, she's the risk manager for this project. We have Mia, the resource and schedule manager, and myself, I'm the project manager for this podcast project. Uh, and we are especially excited to welcome our guest, Euronika, who brings valuable real world experience in project management. So, Euronika, I'd love to hand it over to you. Could you briefly introduce yourself and share a bit about your journey in project management?
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Euronika Manik Purage. I've been a student at SKEMA on Paris campus for the 2024-2025 academic year. And now I'm a change and project management officer within the IT department of Venture Energies.
Great. Uh, Thank you. Thank you, Veronica. Um, in today's episode, we'll explore what a project management actually does, how projects are really managed in real organizations, the impact of AI, and what the future PMs needs to succeed in. So let's get started. So our first section is mainly we talk about a project management's real job. So, what does a typical day looks like for you, and how close is it to what people imagine as a project manager does?
Um, I would say there's no such thing as a typical day, and that's actually one of the most important realities of the project manager role. A large part, sorry, of my day is communication, I would say, meetings with different stakeholders, follow-ups, alignment sessions, answering questions, and clarifying priorities. I also spend time structuring things, such as dashboards, reports, preparing committees, anticipating risks and dependencies. And I believe what people or even students often imagine is that the project manager plans all day, follows a Gantt chart, and control tasks. But in reality, most of the work is about communication, coordination, facilitating decision making, solving issues, and also adapting to change. And being a project manager is less about managing tasks and much more about managing people, information, and uncertainty.
Yeah, great. That's actually very relatable because yesterday itself we were in a PMO and program management course where we were given
Right.
a simulation of real world project
Mm-hmm.
where we had to actually like exactly what you said, like not just making Gantt chart and all, but it's all about how we utilize resource, how we increase the productivity of the team, how we achieve our goal. So this is very well related, and we can completely relate to that.
Perfect then.
Yeah. Next would be, I think you have already answered my next question. Like, what is the one thing which is misunderstood by students? Like, they just make
Yeah.
Gantt chart and all, but it's like really beyond that. So next one would be like, what gives you the most stress in the day, and what gives you the most satisfaction in your role?
If there's one thing that stresses me out when I'm managing a project, it's the unexpected issues that can arise at any point during the project. Even though I always try to anticipate risks, there are always unforeseen circumstances that I unfortunately can't predict. And I know that my personality makes me want to control everything at all costs and keep things under control. But on the other hand, I would say that the most satisfying thing is seeing people satisfied, and it's kind of rewarding when people compliment or give positive and all construction feedback. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, very well said. Thank you. Uh, Maybe now let's talk more about how projects are actually managed in real organization. So,
Sure.
do companies really follow like structured methodologies like agile or waterfall, or is it more flexible in reality?
In the company in which I'm working for, so the IT department of Venture Energies, there are indeed project methodologies as Agile and Waterfall that we follow as a rule book, but and they are of course adapted to our environment and types of projects. But we still have some flexibility, I would say, and autonomy to handle our project in the way we see best. In small organization or structures, people may say that it's more flexible as no specific project methodology is imposed or required. But I believe that at some point, when you start structuring and organizing how to manage a project, you'll unconsciously at least stick to a methodology, whatever it may be.
Okay, okay. So
Mm.
that like more depends on the organization and the
And also
structure, the
on the type
projects.
of your project, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
You
Okay, so
won't, yeah, you won't apply the same methodology depending on your project.
mhm, yeah, okay. And like, how do you handle situations where plans change or deadline becomes unrealistic? I know, that happens a lot with
Mm.
project managers.
Yep. Flexibility is key in project management. I always try to adapt as much as possible, reprioritizing tasks, adjusting scope, or proposing alternative solutions. When the situation becomes complex or risky, I also escalate to my manager. Escalation is not a failure to me. It's a way to involve decision makers early and protect also the project and the teams behind. And a good project manager knows when to adapt and when to escalate. Yeah. So yeah, that's the point I would say.
Yeah, really well said. We learn similar things in our uh, courses as well, to involve stakeholders, to inform them, to,
Hmm.
have communication as the key, really.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So, what does project success truly mean in a real project beyond like it's finished on time or within budget?
For us, project success is strongly linked to business value. It means answering real business needs, delivering something usable and useful, ensuring stakeholders are satisfied. For me, a project can be on time and on budget, but still fail if it doesn't fit our business needs. And success is not only measured by numbers, but it's also about impact and adoption,
Yeah.
especially within our IT department, and the IT sector, I would say, the IT field.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, truly. It's actually beyond just reaching the finishing line and the budget, but also, the larger picture is the value and the impact it delivers.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Okay, so next, as we know that AI is becoming a very big trend in our daily life, and we are using AI more and more in our daily life or in our work. So we would like to discuss a little bit about AI and new tools and new ways of working in your experience. So first, we would like to know how are you currently using AI or digital tools in your daily project management work? Do you use it very often or not that often?
We do use AI a lot, and we also use digital tools such as Jira. Maybe you've already heard about it.
Yes,
So yes, we use it in several practical ways. AI helps us in writing meeting minutes, sorry.
yes, that's smart.
And yeah, it's much more faster, and also it's also useful to summarize discussions. It's also useful for generating visuals or illustrations, automating repetitive PMO tasks, and improving the quality and consistency of reporting. As PMO, as project management officers, we produce a lot of statuses and dashboards. So AI allows us to save time and to focus on analysis rather than execution. And I would say that AI is not replacing project managers, but more freeing time for higher value activities, I would say.
Okay, so sounds like you are using AI in like many aspects of your work, like
Yeah,
from meetings to like new tools and or other stuff.
yes, we do.
And yeah. Okay. So first, second question, I think you already answered me. Is like, do you see AI replacing certain PM tasks or mainly
No,
supporting
not at
them?
all. I
Not at
mean,
all, right?
AI won't be replacing a project manager's task because at some point you need a critical analysis of what to do or not. You need to make decisions to think
Yes.
about certain dimensions of the project that AI has not. And for now, AI is not able to do all the things, all these things without a human guiding them. So for me, AI will mainly support a project manager, but not replace, at least not in the near future.
Okay. Yeah, so just like make your work more efficient and it's like more supporting tool instead of like replacing all the human work.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, for the next question is like, what skills do you think will become less important or more important because of AI? Like, do you need to develop new skill to use AI, or like you can ease some of your work because of AI?
Well, you'll definitely need to master prompting an AI as it will save you time, how to write an efficient prompt so that AI generates the most suitable answer for your requests without you being forced to redirect AI because it started to diverge. Writing effective prompts will also save you, so as I said, a lot of time. It will improve the quality of your input, of your output, and will reduce the need for constant correction. Additionally, critical thinking, reviewing, and validating AI outputs and decision making will also become important skills, I think. And I would say that skills that may become less important will be more manual reporting and repetitive documentation tasks. AI does not and won't remove responsibility. Project managers remain accountable for decisions.
Okay, yeah. You're right. It's like the same with this guy. It's like more
Yeah,
supporting them and more make
exactly.
our work more efficient. And
Yes,
you need to like providing the correct prompts to AI to make it more efficient.
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's time to make things a bit more interesting. We are going into a rapid fire round. Uh, it will be quick questions, quick options, and quick answers. No explanation or justifications required. So are you ready, Veronica?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you prefer, agile or waterfall?
Waterfall.
Yeah. Okay. Excel or Jira?
I'd say Jira.
I knew that. Okay. So scope creep, fight it or you embrace it?
Could you repeat, please?
Like scope creep, whether you prefer to fight it or you embrace it.
Oh, I'm the kind of person who embrace.
Okay. So the next one I think I already know. So AI is a threat or it's an opportunity.
No, it's an opportunity for me.
Yeah. Stakeholders or deadlines, what's harder to manage?
What's can you repeat the last part of the question, please?
So stakeholders or
Yeah.
deadlines, so what's more harder?
Um, I would say stakeholders.
Okay. So one word to describe real project management.
Mm, oof, one word. Uh, Let me think about it.
Yeah. Could be a key skill you think, okay, yeah, this is what the project manager need to have, and this is what it should be.
Um, I would say maybe anticipating.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one. So, biggest myth about project managers.
Sorry, the biggest what?
Myth about project managers.
Uh, um, I would say planificating with a gunshot.
Yes, yes, I see that coming. Okay, so last one.
Mhm.
So you prefer coffee breaks with your team members or a team dinner?
Good one. Um, I would say coffee breaks.
Uh, yes, because we can have multiples during the day.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Okay, so uh, let's move on the topic about PMBD learning and uh, the real company expectations. So first question is, what do companies actually expect from entry level or junior project managers?
Um, I don't know if it's the case in all companies, but in addition to hard skills required for the position you're applying for, I would say that you should be eager to learn new things, be proactive, have critical thinking skills, strong synthesis skills, and the ability to gain perspective. I believe that's what recruiters in our company often look for when receiving applications.
Okay, that makes sense. And what do students often misunderstand about project management in real companies?
Um, Students often expect project management to be very structured and theoretical, exactly like in textbooks. But when you start working in companies, you realize that projects can be messy. Information is sometimes incomplete, and priorities are change. So methodologies are important, but they must be adapted, and organizations don't work the same way everywhere. So project management is about applying a method perfectly, but more, it's not about applying a method perfectly, but more about adapting the method to the context and to the people.
Hmm. Okay, and what knowledge or skills from university are most useful?
Um, I would say that business cases are extremely useful. They stimulate real life constraints with limited time, team dynamics, and decision making under pressure. I would also say that presentations are definitely very valuable since project managers present all the time to different audiences. So you learn storytelling, clarity, and how to keep people engaged. Some models and frameworks are useful to know, but in reality, they are rarely applied to exactly as taught, as they are more or less tailored to the companies to the way companies operate. So yeah, real projects are less linear and more political and ambiguous. The challenge is not knowing the method, but more knowing when and how to adapt it. Theory gives you the structure, but practice teaches you judgment.
Hmm.
I don't know if you get it.
Okay, okay. And what knowledge or skills from schema you feel that are too theoretical? It's not very practical.
Um, I don't have any kind of example that I can give you right now.
Mhm.
But in my experience, mm, yeah, I don't have any kind of example just right now. But um, yeah, I don't have any example. Sorry.
Okay, okay. So the last topic, we will talk about the skills we
Mhm.
need for the future project managers. What skills will be critical for project managers in the next 5 to 10 years?
I would say that several skills will be critical, such as strong communication and synthesis skills, AI and digital literacy, which means to understand how tools can support decision making, not necessarily being technical, but knowing what's possible. Change management also, helping teams to adopt new tools and new ways of working. Critical thinking and prioritization and emotional intelligence to handle resistance, manage stress, and working with diverse profiles. I do think that technical skills are important, but human and cognitive skills will be even more critical.
Yes, that makes sense. So, in your experience, are soft skills more important than technical tools?
I won't say that soft skills are more important than hard skills, because at some point, if you don't have the hard skills needed to manage a project, then you simply can't run a project efficiently, and that would be kind of a red flag. That said, I won't neither say that soft skills are optional or nice to have. It's crucial for future project managers to master soft skills as they master hard skills, because that's what will differentiate you compared to other project managers. If you have good relationships with people when you work with the people you work with, sorry, if you have team spirit, if you're keen on working with people, communicating, and not being stuck in front of your screen all day long, then people will surely appreciate working with you, and they will remember how they felt when working alongside you. People often forget what you say when discussing with them, but they will definitely remember how they felt around you, and that's very important as a project manager, because it will make future collaborations easier.
Thank you. So finally, what advice would you give to PMBD students who want to stand out in the job market?
My advice would be, don't focus only on certifications or methodologies. Show that you understand business challenges, that you can communicate clearly, that you are curious and proactive. Learn how to structure information and tell a story. Get comfortable with tools used within companies, and be able to explain what value you bring, not just what you studied. Recruiters are not only looking for junior project managers, they are looking for reliable problem solvers, if I can say it like that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your opinion.
My pleasure.
Okay, so next let's play the second game that makes it more fun, and it's a reality check game. You just need to answer true or false, or it depends based on what you think at your first opinion. You don't need to think too much. You just answer whatever comes into mind at first. And if you
Alright.
want, you can give us a little bit explanation, but it's not needed. We just want to know what's the first thought that comes to your mind. So
Perfect.
are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so first, a good project plan guarantees project success.
It depends, because you can have a great plan, but if you don't follow up actions, there's no point in having a project plan with deadlines to stick to.
Yeah, true. Okay, second, AI will replace project managers.
False.
Yeah, we just talked about it. Yeah, okay. And soft skills matter more than technical tools.
False.
False. Okay. First, deadlines are usually unrealistic.
Sorry, could you repeat, please?
Deadlines are usually realistic.
It depends.
Yep. Okay. Last is university prepares students well for real projects.
True, I would say true.
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay, so before we wrap up, we'd like to ask you one final question, something a bit more reflective. So, if you were a PMBD student again today, what would you do differently?
Ooh, well, I would focus earlier on understanding how organizations really work, I would spend more time observing how decisions are made, learn tools used in companies, not only in school. I would also invest more in communication skills, public speaking, and managing ambiguity. And knowing the theory is important, but learning how to navigate reality is what really makes the difference, I believe.
Very, very well said. Thank you. And so this brings us to the end of this podcast. Thank you very much, Euronika, for taking time to join us today and
Really
for
pleasure.
sharing your valuable insights and experience with us. And trust me, as current students of PMBD, this is really helpful. This is very much relatable to what we learn, what we, experience from the business case, the class, group activities. So this is very much reflective of the same insights that we are studying here and also hearing it from someone who has been in the field and also a SKEMA alumni. And we truly appreciate your perspective. It has been incredibly helpful and inspiring us as students.
Glad that it was very useful. Thank you very much
Yeah.
for involving me in this initiative.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thanks. Bye bye.